As you might have seen in my previous videos, I took 3 different world record speedruns this week. You might be wondering how. You might wonder if I'm really just that good at video games. Well, it all started with some research for my guide videos. You see, the old route for the Ragnvalder S ending used a debug tile. That debug tile gives you an empty scroll and adds the girl to the party. And the empty scrolls in the normal route are used to get the souls needed to get Rag's S requirements. The debug tile also sets your main character to marriage, not to Ragnvalder. And you'd think this means that it would stop Rag from getting his S ending, but no, it works just fine. This means that it doesn't matter who the main character is for Ragnvalder's S ending. It doesn't have to be Ragnvalder. So I thought, wait, if it doesn't have to be Ragnvalder, then that means I could pick someone else and still get Ragnvalder's S ending. And I thought it would make for a really funny joke if I started Rag's S ending guide with, Rag sucks, so the first thing you should do is pick Kahara instead, and then use the debug tile to get Rag in the party and then do his ending. However, I needed to test it before I could make a video about it, so I did a quick run through Rag's S ending as Kahara with Rag in the party. I got the message that said I had purged the dungeon, and figured if I left the dungeon like it said, I'd get Ragnvalder's S ending. That was the one I meant for the requirements for, after all. I didn't get the King's Crown, I didn't resurrect Lagarde, I collected every unique soul, got the Cube of Depths, confirmed Lagarde died, so I walked outside the fog. What? That's Kahara's ending art? That's Kahara's ending. I completed the Outlander's quest, but got Kahara's ending? That could mean only one thing. If you meet the requirements for any S ending, you get the S ending for the character you picked, regardless of who the main character is. So I thought I'd test that out to double check. I did a quick D'Ars S run as Ragnvalder and used the debug tile to get D'Ars in the party. Because she was in the party, I could actually collect the Rebirth of the Beloved pages. I grabbed them, taught the spell to Ragnvalder, and rushed over to Lagarde to get my hands on a free S ending. Easy route, here we... Hello? Lagarde? I have a ritual ready. Why aren't you... Oh. I dove into the game's code at this point to check out why this wasn't working. This seemed like it would work, so why didn't it? And the answer was actually really easy to figure out. Can you tell why from the screenshot? It's this line of code right here. It checks specifically if the knight has Rebirth of the Beloved, not the main character. So I ran through again and made sure to teach the knight the spell when I learned it, and bam, it worked just fine. The Outlander gave up his quest for revenge and saved Lagarde instead. I now had a route through anyone's S ending. I didn't need to find the crown. I didn't need to defeat the traces of an old god. I just needed to bring Lagarde back and I'd instantly get the S ending of whoever I wanted. And that's what I did. I went through everyone's S endings using the knight's S ending and technically broke the world records by 10:19 and 8 minutes each. This will probably move to its own category since it violates the timing rules with what's basically a wrong warp, and thank God for that. Reducing the interesting and unique character-specific strategies to do Knight's S ending but don't pick Knight would be kind of terrible. The good news for you, though, is that you now have a way to easily get anyone's S ending. If you follow the instructions on my Knight S ending guide, but pick a different character and take the extra step to get Darcy in your party with that leftover debug tile, you'll get their ending.